What's up, puppies? What's up, puppies? Oh my God. Firearms have long been a part of American culture since the country's inception. The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution guarantees the right to bear arms. You're damn right it does. But today we're going to talk about what impact do firearms have on society. The debate over gun laws and gun control is a contentious issue. On one side, there are those who argue that stricter gun laws are necessary to reduce gun violence, and on the other side, there are those who argue that the right to bear arms is a fundamental part of American freedom. Now, many proponents of the Second Amendment argue that firearms are necessary for self-defense and protection against tyranny, because it is. They believe that owning a firearm is a constitutional right that shall not be infringed. You hear that, alphabet agencies? Those who support stricter gun control laws argue that the easy accessibility of firearms has led to an increase in gun violence. They argue that banning assault weapons, implementing universal background checks, and closing gun show loopholes will help reduce the number of gun-related deaths and injuries. I've bought quite a few firearms from gun shows, and every time I do, I have to do a background check and show my ID, so I'm not 100% sure what the loophole is, but that's neither here nor there. Next up, the frequency of mass shootings in America has brought the debate over gun control to the forefront of public discourse. Many argue that thoughts and prayers are not enough and that action needs to be taken to prevent these tragedies from happening. The issue of gun violence is particularly prominent in schools. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been over 400 school shootings in America since 2013. Many parents and educators are calling for stricter gun control laws to help stop the loss of lives. There's 2 points I'd like to make about that. Number one, about 40 years ago, you were able to walk into a gun store and walk out with a full auto machine gun, and it was completely legal. The number of mass shootings was way lower than it is today. So how is that possible that you could own a fully automatic firearm and the number of mass shootings were lower? It's almost as if the more you disarm people, the less safe it becomes. Interesting. The second point is, and I know I've talked about this before, we want to try to help our veterans. Why don't we take 2 or 3 very well vetted veterans, say that 3 times fast, and place them into schools all across the country? They are not there to be hall monitors. They are going to be in a specific designated room with firearms, with a wall of televisions, with cameras that are all around the school. The second they hear shooting, they can press a button to lock down the school, they can grab their guns, and then they can go engage the threat. There are absolutely many solutions to this problem, but it seems as if politicians don't want to solve the problem, although we know ways we can solve them. Because if we solve the problem and the mass shootings stop, what is there to complain about? However, it is important to note that firearms have also played a role in protecting Americans. Law enforcement officers use firearms to protect themselves and their communities, and many Americans owning firearms for their own personal self-defense. The issue of gun control and gun laws is a little complex and multifaceted. It's important to find a balance between protecting individual rights and ensuring the safety of a society as a whole. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know any thoughts you may have on the situation. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to click that like and subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more videos just like this. And as always, until next time, stay safe. My next point, I've talked about this before. We want to help our veterans. The best thing you can do is get 2, 3 very well vetted veterans that we can station in these schools. An opportunity for veterans, if we want to take care of them, is to get 2 or 3 very well vetted. I've talked about this before. A solution to help our veterans out as well is to get 2 or 3 very well vetted veterans. Holy shit. What's up, puppies? What's up, puppies? Oh my God. Okay.